An epic showdown is set, and the hype for this one has been surreal. This is not merely a boxing match, it's a clash born from one of the most heated social media feuds in the history of the sport. The enmity between these two men breeds so much contempt, making this a mouth-watering bout. This is none other than the fight between YouTube sensation-turned-boxer Logan Paul and former MMA fighter Dillon Danis. The fight between these two has created a lot of excitement, not just because people are eager to see what they can do in the ring, but because they want to see how they'll settle their bitter rivalry through boxing. Logan Paul, a YouTube sensation, turned his fame into a big career in combat sports. His first professional boxing match against KSI in 2019 was a big deal. The fight was one of the starts of celebrity boxing events that gripped the sport. The pair had originally crossed paths once as amateurs, a fight that ended in a tie after 6 rounds. And this time, they planned to have a real fight. And it was an exhilarating experience, to say the least. KSI started strong, landing more punches in the first 3 rounds, while Paul had a tough time and falling on the ground twice.
He slipped again.
Although the referee didn't count those as knockdowns. In the 4th round, Logan made a comeback and hit KSI with a strong uppercut. But things got messy when he threw an illegal uppercut that sent KSI to the ground again. Logan didn't stop there. He hit KSI while he was down, which cost him 2 points.
Take away 2 points for hitting him when he was down.
In the end, KSI would take the win via a split decision. It was a dramatic match with lots of ups and downs, although it showed that Paul was serious about being a boxer. Paul's bout with KSI was a noteworthy chapter in his boxing journey, but the real turning point came when he stepped into the ring with the undefeated legend Floyd Mayweather for an exhibition match. Many had expected Mayweather to dominate and quickly defeat Paul, but it turned into an unexpected battle that lasted all 8 rounds. Mayweather struggled to land a knockout punch, a surprising twist that left him admitting how challenging it was to connect with Logan's defenses. While the fight saw both fighters landing a relatively low number of punches, Mayweather had the upper hand in terms of landing power punches, landing 36 off 93 attempts while Paul landed just 21, and made 144 attempts. This unexpected performance by Paul, a relative newcomer with just 1 pro fight under his belt, made a lasting impression. While Paul has firmly established his presence within the boxing ring, his adversary Danis remains an untested force in this arena. Danis started his combat journey at the young age of 15, diving into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where he would eventually rise to champion status. But he didn't stop there. He made a leap into the world of MMA, making his debut in the Bellator promotion at Bellator 198, where he secured a victory in the 1st round. His second and final MMA bout took place at Bellator 222, where he faced Max Humphreys and won decisively in the 1st round via submission. However, his MMA journey took a dramatic turn. During UFC 229, the world witnessed Khabib Nurmagomedov famously hurling his mouthpiece and attempting to confront Danis, setting off a chain of rapid escalations. Danis unleashed a barrage of punches at Nurmagomedov, igniting a full-blown brawl. As a consequence of this involvement, Danis incurred a hefty $7,500 fine and a 7-month suspension from the sport. In search of his next destination, Danis found himself on the brink of entering the boxing ring against none other than KSI, a former adversary of Logan Paul. However, he opted to withdraw from that encounter, paving the way for his debut in a bout that has truly seized the public's imagination. The lead up to this showdown has been a roller coaster of excitement, marked by both fighters indulging in intense verbal battle and psychological warfare. Danis in particular has taken things to the extreme by using social media as the major tool for his psychological attacks, posting explicit content involving Logan's fiancée, Nina Agdal, in a series of events that has shocked the boxing community. Agdal is engaged to Logan Paul, and Danis is sparing no effort to remind everyone of her dating history, all in an attempt to unnerve the YouTuber turned boxer. Tensions escalated to such an extent that Nina Agdal, Logan's fiancée, found it necessary to secure a restraining order against the MMA fighter, and even issued a stern threat of legal action. Logan had maintained a more reserved demeanor, likely intending to let his boxing skills do the talking on fight night. However, during their recent face-to-face encounter, he willingly engaged in verbal sparring with Danis, bringing up the recent passing of his father, a move that many fans considered crossing a line. The bad blood between these two fighters simmers at such an intense level that it's effortless to become entangled in the drama and lose sight of the tangible advantages each of these fighters brings to the boxing ring. Logan Paul does have more experience in the boxing ring compared to Danis, who has never stepped into a boxing match, and that will be a massive advantage for him going into this fight. On the other hand, Danis is untested in the boxing ring despite sharing a spar video that piqued fans' interest. The video garnered mixed reactions from fans and even drew criticism from Logan, who was quick to critique the techniques. Many might even claim the video is a stunt to get Logan to underestimate his next opponent. However, in truth, if the spar video is any indication of what Danis will bring on October 14th, he might be in for a tough night. But while Danis might not possess impeccable technique, there are doubts about Logan's technique as well, with critics pointing to his unconventional windmill punches, wild swings that use sheer strength rather than precision. It's a challenge to differentiate these two men solely based on their techniques. The physical differences between these two fighters have also not gone unnoticed. Paul, for one, appears to be in impeccable shape, displaying well-defined muscles and a clear commitment to his physical condition. In contrast, Danis presents a more relaxed physique with fewer muscles and less definition, creating a noticeable contrast in appearance between the two fighters. Danis has not shied away from making insinuations about Paul's physique, hinting that there might be more than meets the eye. The implication looms that Logan's physical condition might not be entirely clean or natural. However, Logan denied these accusations, attributing his impressive physical condition to his rigorous training regimen, and pointed out that he has consistently adhered to drug testing protocols, receiving negative results. It's crucial to remember that appearances alone do not determine the outcome of fights. As a prime example, one can look at Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. You have to have the skill and intelligence which can be shown in muscles. Judging solely by their physiques, it might seem like an effortless victory for Paul, but as emphasized earlier, appearances alone do not secure victories in the brutal world of combat sports. So, while Logan may undoubtedly seem like the clear favorite due to his experience, physicality, and demonstrated endurance and determination in previous bouts, it would be unwise to discount his opponent Danis, who carries the advantage of an aura of unpredictability, having not yet been tested in the boxing ring. The actual outcome will be revealed when both fighters step into the ring, and a lot of eyes will be on this one. The rivalry is real, and the bad blood runs deep. Who will come out on top?